now and recording. I don't know where it's actually putting it to, but that's all right. Welcome to my city. The city is Mountain Valley, and this is my city Skylines update here. Basically, it's just to give you a better sense of where I am as far as the build of this particular city is concerned. And let's see. So we're actually playing with a bunch of little things here, but mostly I just want to give a summary of where we're at with City Skylines 2 today. And that puts us here with demand of well, low density residential demand. Let's kind of back out here, get a better picture of the whole city, and hopefully we can do this without messing things up. Obviously it's nighttime. Now there was a point where we actually had over 350,000 people here, and let's see, my little nuclear power plant right there. Now the city was actually much smaller, of course, when you're building these kind of things. They start out in a local place based on whatever your map was. Well, as far as the map is concerned, I'll go back to the original map and then we'll kind of do a fast forward and bring you up to speed as far as where we've been and where we're at today. Now, today, as I said, we're working on getting my population up to back up to 350,000, which is where it was early on after I created it. And let's see here, put the engine on here, and there we go. That varies so much. It's never really stable. Just depends on the city, of course. It will change depending on a number of factors, but right now our money's good. The city looks good. I don't see a lot of death going on here, which is kind of nice. I did have some issues with what we call death waves when we're talking about City Skylines 2. And it seems like most of those have been resolved right now. I don't see a lot of flags up saying that we have dead people floating around. Let's see. And let's see, our original city, the old town, actually is over here. Let's see, right down there. Okay, here's where Old Town, this is where we started at, right here. And let's see, gonna go ahead and load my original city here, so we'll just load that real quick. Here, this will go back, I'm gonna go ahead and load my original city that I started back in June of 2025, the original Mountain Valley. Looks like that would be 612. I called it a tutorial city. And now 619. Yeah, let's go there and just see what Mountain Valley looked like back then. And let's go ahead and load it up. Yes. Now loading that does take a little bit of time. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully it'll load quickly. Reading. Oh, there we go. That's the old city, the original old town. Let's see what we got here now. I do have some mods enabled here, but this is my original city long, long ago. I started this back in June of 2025. And looks like pretty normal stuff. It's older assets and things like that. Basic vanilla stuff. I didn't have any mods active at this point in time. And I can see there's some stuff going on here, but that was then. Looks like that needed to have more. Let's see, well, what's it saying here? Garbage piling up. We needed more garbage, so yeah, we would just go here and be sure I'm getting everything loaded up. Let's see, modern police station. Did I actually have any garbage processing at that point in time? Let me just check real quick. Garbage processing would be here. And it does not look like I've got anything active here. So a landfill was what I had available. And we added that somewhere. I was just trying to figure out where, and you have to put it all together. So let's go ahead and add a landfill in here. Hopefully we're not taking up a whole lot of space. Now landfills are noisy and they also put out a lot of pollution. And now this is not the way it came out, but I'm just going to go ahead and drop a landfill in here and set it up. Let's see here. Let's see, I've got industrial waste processing site. Okay, it says here that we would need, well, we've got the milestone for that, and it will process 55,000 tons per month industrial waste. $6 million. Well, I certainly don't have $6 million here, even though this is the easy version. So that leaves me with the, was that really 600 million? Wow. Yeah, 6 million. Amazing. Now it's just a drop in the bucket on the newer games. So let's see. Back here, we would have to just add it here. And boom. And see, they didn't like that, but we have to go ahead and set this up. And yeah, here's setting up the landfill. Of course, the landfill needs have to go this way on it. It looks like. But it's just a real quick setup of a landfill, so that I've got some garbage stuff going on, and we're processing that stuff. It really was the cheapest way back then to do this, and actually we did actually there. Here's my landfill. All right, now just back up to and new signature building available. Yay, the redag. Northeastern Inn, Sunshine Hotel, cereal mill. Cool, I didn't know I had a cereal mill already. That was way back when, and look at my demand here. We've got a nice demand going on here. Looks like I've just lost my high density residential, but I still got low density coming up here, and I've got commercial over here. Remember how we got this laid out. Commercial demand right now. Industrial demand there. And there's office demand. But there is no medium density residential or high density residential, so that left us with the low density residential demand. And citizen happiness increased. Great. Alright, so there you go with that. I'm going to go ahead and load the next one in the sequence, losing population, but hey, we're not going to hang out here very long. Let's go ahead and load the next one. We'll go forward in time to when we've got 289,000, 660,000. Now that's quite a jump. It was over the course of quite a bit of time, it looks like. From 20,217 to where we were to 289,660. This is what we got. So we'll just pop in here and wait for it to load up for us. Shouldn't be too awfully long. Yeah, so just going through some dry runs here as far as building the city is concerned, and hopefully having some visitors. Let's see here. Yeah, while we wait for that to come up, let's see. Yeah, we got our new. There we go. All right, now we're in Megalopolis. Lots of demand for people. and a high demand for low-density residential and industrial. This looks very similar to what we have right now in our modern city, except we have almost twice as many people here and the population's on the rise. This was before I had any real extensive transportation enabled, so let's just take a quick look at our transportation system. That'll be up here. Let's see, transportation would be right there. Alright, so we've got public transport, and this is the mod for sure. Which gives me a better sense of what's going on with each part of the transportation system. Now, my biggest trunk looks like I've got, oh, we also have a little airport, cool, cargo airport, local airport. But let's look at our trams lines, and there we go, our trams. And what do we got? Let's see, I'm going to rotate this a little bit. And yeah, we can see a lot of the tram lines floating around, and the red lines here, that is in fact the North End Regional tram line. Let's take a look at that one. And it's handling a fair amount. I mean, I could have dropped, well, look at it, I'm already at 865 million there, so that's not bad. And population 289,660. That's really doing pretty good at that point in time, and this was before a lot of the patches came through. As you can see, I don't have anything here in terms of bridges and ports, which came out after this had actually gotten to this point. I'm wondering sometimes if that is not that was something that we had an issue with, not because of anything other than the landscaping was too darn hard when it came to raising and lowering levels. So I'm going to just go ahead and quickly reduce that to where it should be. And there we go. Now we have that, and it looks like that was not supposed to be there, so I'm going to get rid of it all the way. Go ahead and down here, get rid of this part so that I'm into the water, and that'll open up the river as well. Give it a little push. There we go. And looky there, new signature building available. The Atkin Palmer Mansion. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Maybe I'll get that in there one of these days. And a chain of whiskey and bourbon distilleries. Mansion stands to test that it adds grandeur and wealth to the local area with the unique Second Empire Baroque style. I like that asset. It looks really good. Casting fabricator. I've got that installed, actually, I think. Yes, that's where the future is. We can't cast automobile parts, train parts. We can probably even do bicycle parts, which is yes, and that we'll see in my latest city, as well as the nanopolymer synthesis unit, because I've got a rocket station here now. And let's see, northeastern end, that's kind of nice. Ah, that one is, I like, sports bar. And more lovely assets. The Redag building again. And cereal mill, another one I'm not sure if I've got access to, but I think I do. I've got, well, let's see. Bottle cap office. Okay, Sunshine Hotel, concrete batch plants, blast furnace, energy drink bottling plant, supply, and the supply chain stuff is what we're seeing here. Yeah, lots of new signature buildings. Let's see, back up here a little bit. Let's see what we got as far as the city is concerned. As you can tell, it's very similar to what my city is right now, except for some minor differences, and one of those being there is no nuclear power plant in here right now. Let's see. That was going... Ah, there's a nuclear power plant, okay. And so that's there. So I'm wondering how this collapsed from 283,000 down to what I've got now is 150,000, because it looks like much of the stuff that was here before. Oh, gotta get rid of that. We're going abandoned building. Be sure we got the right one there. Yeah, that one's abandoned. So we're going to go ahead and destroy it. Boom. And we're going to get rid of the zoning because, well, I mean, it's got the demand, but why did it become abandoned? I don't know. Let's just throw some Netherlands buildings in there. And don't like to use that one, so we'll use that one. And it grows right up. Interesting. I'm debating whether I should go back to that one at this point in time. Okay, anyway, there you go. And what else? All right, now we're gonna go fast forward in time again, and this time, now we've got pretty much the same layout on the city. Our transportation lines. Let's see. Were to say, look at it all, all my transportation lines. Let's see, turn off transport depots. No, don't need to. Well, yeah, we'll have those on taxi stands, bus stops. Yeah. We're not seeing anything as far as tram stops. There are no subways here. There are train stops. There are bus stops. I think there's taxi stands. Let's see. No, I don't think there is. Bus stops, yes. Okay, we're just learning to look at what we've got. Public transport depots. Okay, location is always key. Public transport stations. Let's see, roads. And so if we just turn off all this stuff, we should be able to see the road structure. There we go. Now we can see our transportation lines. We've got a pretty extensive, it's not really that extensive, surprisingly enough. I've got 2 cargo boats, cargo shipments. I've got, this is cargo, so the cargo's doing good. And I've got 4 trams. And, we can see all those now. They cover a lot of space, 39, 23, and 33, but they seem to be, this one was an experiment to see if I could get more. Well, 32 passengers isn't bad, but where's that located at? That's actually, let's see. Oh, there it is, over here. It covers this area right in here. And I'm doing well at 282,946, though, and that's at high speed. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick, because I don't know what was causing my loss. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to jump out of here in a moment anyway. We'll come back to it, possibly, on a later episode, a later broadcast. But that's the city. And let me go back out of here. And we'll load the most recent one. Now that one was actually completed in December 2025. That's where I was. Now let's fast forward to February 27th, which is today, 2026, and see what happened here. We lost over 100,000 people. And it doesn't make a lot of good sense why. I would like to figure that out, I think. Maybe backtrack it. Well, from here, as I may have mentioned earlier, I had over 350,000 on this just prior to the middle of December, but that's not the case here. I may roll back to this place and start again from there. But for right now, this is what our city looks like. And this is basically your total recall, the history of Mountain Valley from day one to today. And well, as you can see, we've grown quite a bit. And with that, I'll just do a quick flyover here. Actually, let's do something I think would be pretty cool because we can go ahead and run this 3, find myself a tram. Actually, yeah, a tram would be good. So I've got lots of trams. Let me pick a tram. Let's see. Tram line. The one that's got the most usage would be this guy, so we'll take the Cement Heights and we'll mark it, and then we'll catch one of these. There we go. Lots of people on that one. And go into first person and just ride the tram. First person seems to be a problem. Let's get out of that and just track it like we should, and that'll be back in there again. Doesn't matter which one. There's that, and we want to go ahead and get into the trams. Notice I have 6 trams here now, and they cover a whole lot of area, but I'm not sure if they're really doing what they need to do. But no matter, we'll go ahead and ride this one right here, and go ahead and get close to it, and that's not the tram, right? So catch a tram. Population here is 1,522. It's going to go up and down, so I expect that. So let's just stay focused here. This part. day. Well, it's July, but it's a warm day in July. That's actually cold for July. Think about it. Don't see any issues with the traffic, that's for sure. Operations are stable right now. Who knows? Maybe it will get back up to the 280 kilowatts in March. I don't know. I'll have to think about that because if it's actually doing what I want it to be doing, I'm okay with it. What I'll be doing going forward is just modifying things to keep it up and running and keep the city healthy. Got 84 passengers, so this has got a good ridership. Yeah, just a rain in the middle of the summer, it looks like. 2:47, morning. Run, little guys, run. Looks like we need a sidewalk there. Let's go with the just in case. I know it's going away, but we'll go just a second. It's still loading passengers, I think. Yep. Well, that's another thing I've been looking into. I'm not really sure. I've got plenty of access to everything. I'm showing them getting plenty of people coming through the pass list. So I'm not understanding why I keep seeing these things, given that we have access to them through the public transit system. Most definitely a puzzle that I may be working on later. But again, before I had a much higher population and I didn't have so many of those issues coming up. So something strange about that all. But we'll let this run. Alright, just watching it go at this point in time. Now it's starting to warm up, and we must be on industrial area here. Oh, cargo. This is one of my cargo train terminals, and this is, oh, I know where we're at. We're out by the train station, which is going to be coming up here in just a moment. We can probably see it from here. Yeah, there's the train depot, train station. slowly making our way around through this area. Feel like I got low density residential demand and some industrial demand. I don't know what's going on with that. It says my industrial demand is, there we go, high skilled labor availability, none. Well, gee, maybe that's got to do with the fact, maybe that's impacting. Maybe that's impacting why I can't get enough people in. No, people in, getting people in is one thing. High skilled labor availability is another. If I look at my education, no, we've got plenty of capacity for elementary, high school. There's no plenty of capacity for education, not an issue. 1,618 eligible capacity of people, 2,692 seems like a super 4,000 eligible, capacity 7,000. Education is not an issue, but there's a lot of poorly educated people. Yeah, we just made the turnaround there. Now to my right, there is our train station, and now we're going to go the other way back into town. Let's see. We've got people, highly educated, 44.2, almost half of them are highly educated. And yet, high skill labor, no high skill labor availability. What do you mean by high skill labor? I don't know. I would assume that means anybody who's highly skilled laborers. The same is true here. No highly skilled laborers, but what defines a highly skilled labor? That's a good question. Well, high density residential demand, we've got too many buildings and too many medium density buildings. In commercial demand, there's no local demand. I got more than enough of commercial demand, so a bunch of that could go there. Let's see here. Let's see. Looks like I'm still the only one here. We are recording, so I hope you enjoy this. If you're watching it later, this is just basically a dry run. I'm Taliesin, or Taliesin, or just Tally if you want. Just a quick introduction there, and I've been doing this kind of game thing for many years since SimCity 4. Well, SimCity, the original SimCities, after SimCity 1, SimCity 2, really started to get into it, SimCity 2 and 3. SimCity 2 was when I really got started on building cities, and here we are, 2026, and now I'm working on Skylines II. Let's see. Again, I wonder about this. I'll have to take a look at that more later. Let's see where we're at. Oh, some nice little residential area here. And of course, we got a tram depot over here. Do I need to increase anything? No, everything looks good there. Going on good. Boarding, you're still picking people up, so you probably got another run to go. What about you? 25 of 240. 53 of 240. I wonder if I need that many. That's a lot of trams. I don't think it's costing me really, so let's just quick look at all the trams I've got. This is Revenue. These guys here. Process free, yeah, it's all good. That's okay, that's Cinnamon Heights out of the way. $109 stop, 24 trams. I've got it down as low as I can take it. So, okay. Yeah, sorry, lost my tram. Let's grab that one. That one's going to take me over to the other area. We've got industrial and commercial, a lot of it. Right now, though, 1 of 240 passengers. We need a lot of those, too. But I've got them down as low as I can make them. I wonder, there are mods available that I can reduce that to even more. But right now I'm using vanilla mods, just vanilla as far as the transport lines are concerned. I don't have anything up here that's going to give me more trams or less trams. I'm down to stuck at the 28. And that's more than I need, honestly. This one's a pretty quick one too, because it actually does a quick little downtown jump. There we go. Okay, it's in my Sunset Hills. That's southwest part of the city. That mod right there talks about where my north is. That looks like a water treatment plant. Not getting garbage picked up. Right now we're watching this tram. Looks like we've got a summer thunderstorm going on. 90 degrees, yeah, that makes sense. This is actually located latitude and longitude in northwestern part of the United States or North America, actually specific to the Columbia River and the Pacific Ocean in that area. And that's why the lights are as they are, and that's why you're seeing 89 degrees, because it does get up to sometimes even 100 around here in the summer with rain and thunderstorms. So that's actually, well, it just went up to 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And let's see. Heritage Museum. City High School. Some of this is Old Town, though. Yeah, this is part of my Old Town. looks like. No, this is part of the newer. Yeah, this is newer because that's over here. So this was the area I built after building the downtown over here. Congestion going, but it clears. It's interesting how that building's set overhang like that. It's a medium density row housing over here. Again, I'm looking at a low demand for that because of unoccupied buildings. So I've got a lot of buildings out here that are simply not occupied. One of the things I probably need to do is reduce the amount of empty buildings. And the other option is, of course, to just go back to the other one where I had over 287,000. And go from there. We're a lot of patches. We've just gone through 1, 2, 3 patches now. As I say, it's up and down over here on the demand. Still have civilian demand, and that means demand for people. So they want me to build more little places. That's because I've got a whole bunch of different, if you could see the pass on this, well, let me show you the pass. This one right here. Look at that. I've got tons of lines here going this way and that. Definitely needs a good cleanup. There's multiple runs through here. And I probably only need a single run that might help. The more runs I do, the more time I get between pickups, I think. This would be a good place to put a subway, I think. Oldest trams here, and it's been taken down and rebuilt numerous times. I did see some, I think I just saw some abandoned. No, maybe not. Yeah, looks like these buildings don't actually ever become abandoned when you're rural. Like this one, I don't think there is such a thing as abandoned housing. But we'll let the tram go. I think what we're going to do is just let it be for now. Since we're not going to do any updates or anything, we're just basically recording this. With that, we'll go ahead and call it on this city. And thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If I didn't record this, you might be able to pick it up later if you feel like it. So we'll go ahead and let this close down. Thank you again for your time. I really appreciate you being here. And let's see. I think that will do everything. Again, if I'm going to go ahead and leave this available for record, I'm going to record it and see what I can do about republishing it. But for right now, we'll let this one go. Thank you again for your time. I'm Taliesin, or Callie. Taliesin C, as you can tell there, my Twitch name. And I hope you did enjoy the video. I also will do stuff on other cities and World of Warcraft. I don't just do cities, I actually do things with massively multiplayer online RPGs, MMORPGs, adventures, RPG adventures. I also do some human simulations like in Zoe. If you want to watch some of that, Unreal Activity and First Ascendant, that's another one of my favorites, and of course Diablo 4. So if any of those appeal to you, just leave a comment in comments here, even if I'm not here, and I'll see if we can put something on for you. In the meantime, thanks again for watching, appreciate it very much. And I hope you all have a great night, and just go ahead and fade this out. I hope you have a great morning and a great night. Thanks again for your time.